All right. So for those I haven't met yet, my name is Rhonda Hartman. I am one of your upline leaders. I'm an ambassador diamond, and this is a collaborative with many, many incredible leaders who have come together to share in this evening. And I'm so very excited to bring on here in just a moment, not only the co-founder of It Works Global, but our chief networking officer and queen, we like to call her, Pam Sowder. I see her beautiful face right there. Pam, it's so nice to see you. I'm so glad that you carved out the time tonight to hop on here with us on a Friday night.
A Friday night, every night, Rhonda, every night is a good night for It Works. So I'm having a little interference with you. I don't know if it's me or you, but you're kind of in and out on the voice. So I hope it's not my end.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll get through this call, but I am just really excited to move forward tonight. I've got a list of questions, Pam, that were provided by the team, and here's something that I want to share with everybody, and that is that of the questions, this is really quite interesting that came in, the highest percentage of questions was under the topics of discipline and time management, and then the next were overcoming disappointment, mindset, and belief. So we've got a couple of really terrific leadership questions in here too. So we're just going to get ready to roll. So I'm going to read and you get to answer. Sound good?
I love it. I love it.
All right. Okay. I'm going to start with one of the first questions that came in. And that is, what do you do when you put all the personal development in? You read the books, you grow the mindset, you pray, you watch videos, but your business just doesn't seem to be growing.
Well, because, we've all been there. I mean, none of that. You can read, you can study, you can know. Let's just give an example of football, because I love football. It's one of my favorite sports. And we just watched our team lose this past weekend. So anyway, you can know every play. You can know every play. You can know how to throw that ball, how to catch that ball, know every play that the coach wants you to play. But it's not going to happen for you until you get in the game. I mean, nothing's going to happen for your salary. It's not going to grow. You don't have even a potential for injury. Boy, do we try to avoid that, a potential for injury. We just watch. We know all the stuff, but we're on the sidelines and we're not in the game. And that's exactly what it is. Action is what causes everything that you've learned to put into play. So here you are, the most knowledgeable. How's that working for you? Think about that. Think about that person that can answer every single question that there is about the products, about the opportunity, about the steps to success, and have read every book out there known to man for personal development, listen to every Jade Hooper, every Rhonda Hartman, every Pam Sowder podcast, everything, but you have failed to take action. All out action. All out. Now, people will tell me, I'm working so hard. I'm doing this and I'm doing that, but no one's coming in. If you are working like that and you are actually learning from the posts that are working, that are not working, you're learning from the verbiage that is working, that is not working. I mean, you're not only putting it out there, but you're testing it and you're seeing that this didn't get the response that I want. What can I do different? Maybe you need to jump off the personal development train and jump on the let's go to work train. And so that's what I see. We can be a profound student of personal development. We can go to every workshop, spend tens of thousands of dollars, go see Tony Robbins 10 times in a row. But if we don't get up off our butt and really put ourselves out there in the game and learn from those experiences, that you're not going to be successful. No one is. You got to get out there and get some scratches, some bruises, some head injuries, some body injuries. I mean, you got to get out there and play, and you got to play hard. And boy, do I wish that you could read a magic book and come alive. Wouldn't that make all of our lives so much easier? If I could just say, go read this. How many times have I read a diet book and still stayed the same weight? Because I didn't put it in action. I didn't follow the recipes. I didn't eat like they suggested. I didn't do the workout like they suggested. I quit buying diet books because diet books fail. Why do they fail? Because I don't get in there and play with the book. I don't play by the rules. I don't do the recipe. So I realized that in order for me to lose the weight, I had to get into the game. I had to get into the game of life and decide that food was not going to be my enemy. It was going to come to my rescue. And I was going to learn how to eat right. I was going to learn how to work out. And I was most earnestly going to learn how to be consistent and not fall off the wagon. So, Rhonda, kind of long answer, but we've got to get in the game. We got to get some skin in the game. We have to go to work. And all of the knowledge that you've learned from all that personal development will start to come to fruition. You're going to stroke the fire on that. You're going to go, wow, I'm just so glad that I know that people actually say no, and I can handle it because I got that out of this. Oh, people are rude. Oh, people don't understand network marketing. Oh, people do say they're going to do stuff, but they don't do stuff. I used to be one of them. So that's what we've got to do. We've got to get some skin in the game. Get beat up, get some bruises, get some no's. Be bold like you have behind you. Be bold and go for it.
Man, I love that so much. And you know what? I think I heard the strongest coming out of that is the word decide. Because I mean, no matter if it's weight loss, it's building this business, it's playing on a game field, you make a decision that you're going to do the things, right, that most people won't. So you can experience.
Yeah. I heard one time Mary Kay Ash, who built Mary Kay, strong woman in our industry. I knew what it took to build a business. I went to work and worked extremely hard all of her life. And she said, when a woman makes up her mind, watch out. And that is making a decision. I listen to a lot of Bob Proctor too. I love Bob Proctor. He's been in the industry of self-development for 58 years. And I love it because he doesn't mince words and he puts it out there. And his word is decide. Decide that you are going. Now, what are you going to decide? And it has to be definitive. He bases all of his work off of the book, Think and Grow Rich. He said it absolutely changed his life. This was a man that was in his late 20s, absolutely broke. He was making $4,000 a year, and he owed $6,000 in debt. And by putting the principles of Think and Grow Rich and having a mentor, within a matter of a year, he was earning, and I'm telling you, he was born like he's 85 years old. So this is 60 years ago. Think about the economy, the depression, all of that. He started earning $14,000 a month. And now in today's world, that's probably $1 million. And so how did he go from poverty to that? He made a decision. He said, I made a definitive decision. He read a paragraph in that book that totally transformed him. And I believe that too. When you decide, now I don't mean be wishy-washy in the decision, oh, I'll go ahead and eat the cookie. No, you didn't decide. You did not decide. You just broke the decision. So what are you going to decide on? A definitive number. I will lose 30 pounds. I am making the decision to lose the 30. I'm not going to quit until it's off. I am promoting to Triple Diamond with an income of $10,000 a month. And that that's a definitive decision. It's not wishy-washy. And guess what? When you get in the game of that and make that decision and you stay focused on that and you're not worried about everything else that's going on outside of you, your whole life will change. But here's what you do. Well, I'd like to promote. I would like to lose the 30. I've tried, Pam. I've tried. Well, trying doesn't work. I've tried a lot of things too, and guess what? They never worked. That is just not a word that should be in your vocabulary. Decide, but be very definitive about that decision. Decide, and guess what? Ask and it is given. And then here's the weird thing. I want you to think about your life. All of you, take a moment and really think about your life and think about that time you did make a decision and you stayed the course and you got it. I need a dress for prom. My mother doesn't have the money. Somehow, some way, you're going to get that dress. You're going to get that dress. And you did get that dress. And you've always gotten what you've decided on. So don't be wishy-washy in 2020. That is the last thing you want is what you received in 2019 for the most part. So wow, good conversation.
Ooh, I'll say, I got chills. This next question, Pam, probably runs right in line with this, but you might be able to elaborate a little bit. We do have some people who are brand new distributors here. So this question is, what is the one advice that you would tell a brand new distributor about this business and sticking with it?
All right, so the one advice that I would like to read you something because I think that this will answer that question in such a profound way. All right, this is a book that I highly recommend. I'm going to have it in my book club for the month. It's called The War of Art, okay? The War of Art. And it's by Stephen Pressfield. And I'll put it in the chat, but it's The War of Art. Break through the blocks and win your inner creative battles. Okay, he said, in my younger days, dodging the draft, I somehow wound up in the Marine Corps. So he tried to dodge the draft and he ended up in the Marines. There's a myth that Marine training turns baby-faced recruits into bloodthirsty killers. Trust me, the Marine Corps is not that efficient. What it does teach, however, is a lot more useful. The Marine Corps teaches you how to be miserable. Think about that. That is invaluable for an artist. Now, an artist here can be in sales. They can be in network marketing. They can be in music. We all have an art within us. Marines love to be miserable. Marines derive a perverse satisfaction in having colder chow, crappier equipment, and higher casualty rates than any outfit of dog faces, swab jockeys, or flyboys, all of whom they despise. Why? Because these candy asses don't know how to be miserable. Y'all are loving this. I love the smiles. All right, now, think about this. The artist, you, committing himself to or herself to his or her calling, has volunteered for hell. All right, that's where all of you new recruits are. You have volunteered because this is what's going to happen. Whether you know it or not, he will be dining for the duration on a diet of isolation, rejection, self-doubt, despair, ridicule, contempt, and humiliation. Can you handle it? The artist must be like that Marine. He has to know how to be miserable. He has to love being miserable. He has to take pride in being more miserable than any soldier or swabby or jet jockey because this is war, baby, and war is hell. All right. Let me tell you what I love about that. It made me think about all the times I've been laughed at. I've been rejected. I have felt isolated. I wasn't taking care of myself because I was so involved and consumed by what I was doing. And at times it felt like hell. But I'm telling you, where I live today is worth every ounce of it. What my life is like today was worth the ridicule, the isolation, being laughed at, being asked, why the heck are you doing network marketing? So some of you are new on this Zoom and you're like, I don't want any of that to happen. Well, you know what? It's going to. Anything that you do that is outside of the norm, whether you say, I want to be the best violin player in the world, you're going to get laughed at. You're going to get laughed. Anyone that's ever accomplished anything, they told Michael Phelps that he would never win that many gold medals. He proved them wrong. Even after the setback that he had, the comeback was incredible. Look what Tiger Woods has done. That's ridiculed, laughed at, said you're a has-been. You're not going to do it again. And he's coming back stronger than ever. So at times it's going to feel like you're in hell week. No one said yes. Everyone said no. People laughed at you. You got 2 likes on a post that you worked hard on. But you know what? That happens to every single one of us. And who made that decision that come hell or high water, I'm staying in and I'm doing the course and I'm making this thing win for me. I mean, my word for 2020 is acceleration. So I want all of you to accelerate your business. And how do you accelerate? Is you decide that no matter what, you're going to stay the course, and you get in there quick and you get the work done, and you will shrink time, and you will get to positions and dollar amounts that you never thought possible within this year of 2020. But if you waver, if you listen to Aunt Sally or Uncle Bert, who told you that this is a joke, that you're not going to make any money, that even your own husband, my own husband, I had to look in the eye and say, Dave, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this for our family. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm not as present as I was, but I am all in and I am getting this done. And so that paragraph, or those paragraphs, to me speaks volumes, not just about the Marine Corps, but about what our life can be like doing something different, doing something that most everyone you talk to will not understand. They haven't been to the party. They haven't tried the products. They don't get it. And do you know that's a gift? Just think about how strong you're going to be when you're at a position like Rhonda is. Just think about that and how invaluable that will be for you. It'll change your life.
So incredibly powerful. We could probably just cut everything right here and we're all
there. Yes.
I mean,
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, so good. Okay. So I do have a couple more questions though that I think are really important and valuable. So, I mean, obviously there's the decision and then there's prepare for war, right? So we're marching in there and we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep getting back up because that's what we do. I mean, that's what, for heaven's sakes, many of us are mothers and that's what we do. Isn't that what motherhood is all about? We fall flat on our face and fail and we get right back up again. But the next question here, I don't have a name affiliated with this one, but it says, my question is, how do you continue to stay confident in your business when you're feeling like you are failing at it? So is there a little trick or a trigger that you have for yourself to pull yourself out of that? We all have a tendency to fall into commiseration from time to time, frustration, it gets to you. So where do you go from there?
Well, it could happen as much as every day. Mm-hmm. You know, it's really, it comes down to really how you start your day. I think is most important. And so if we can get our mind right first thing, that can carry us through some of those hard times throughout the day. Mm-hmm. So it's not something you can do once. And sometimes when you're in it, it's hard to pull yourself out. So I'm going to give you a way to do that. But let's talk about what could be something that you could start new for 2020 so that it can carry you through your day differently. So in order to have a different day, we need to have a different morning. And I believe it starts in the morning. So if all of you would just, now I know some of your children get up, like my grandson sometimes are up at 5:30. So that's early, but Kay knows through her teachings with me and the way that she saw how my life, how I grew up, how she grew up with my mornings, she knows and I know how invaluable it is for me to get up first in gratitude. To get up. Now, if you read a lot of self-development and you read a lot of biographies and you read about people that are doing the things, they're telling you that they either start their morning or end their day with gratitude. So it can be as simple as you getting up 5 minutes early and getting in that state, almost when your eyes wake up, start down the path of gratitude, because this is what we start down the path of. Oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. I've got this to do, this to do. I hope I get my work done. I hope that nobody's sick. I hope that the car starts. I hope that the snow is not that deep. And you're in a negative state at that point. And this is before you have even gone to the bathroom. I mean, think about how your mornings pretty much go. Your whole day is reflected in that morning. Then your whole day is off. And you're trying to catch up with what could have been accomplished within that first 5 to 10 minutes, and your whole day be different. If you will just experiment with this, if you will truly decide, again, there's that word, to do this, I can promise you there will be a difference in your life. So first thing, eye opens, I start down. I'm just so grateful that I woke up. It's a simple, I'm grateful that I remember the other day I said, I'm so thankful my feet work, because my feet were sore from the workouts. And so I was just, hey, my feet feel really good today. Thank you. And thank you for my beautiful home. Thank you for the sun that's shining. Thank you for my incredible team that I work with every single day that help make my life better. Thank you for Chanel, who comes and cleans our house. Thank you for Dave, who's always making sure that I'm eating right. Thank you for my children. Thank you for my grandchildren. Thank you for my business. Thank you for God. Thank you, God, for believing in me and giving me the gifts that I have. And once you start, I mean, it's hard to stop. And then if you feel like I've got some more time, then read either the Bible, an inspirational book, listen to something, listen to a podcast, watch a video, but make sure it's the right one. Make sure you're prepared for that. And then as you walk into your day, you'll walk into it in a different state, a state of thankfulness, a state of gratitude. Because this is what we've measured, the scientists have measured our energy. They can actually see it. They can actually see the energy outlining our body. Well, our energy enters the room before we do. Have you ever walked in a room and you felt negative energy, how dark it is? Positive as well. That's why you love conference. Conference is so energized, and when you're all there together, that's a lot of energy. And so I want, before I enter a room, people to feel, wow, something special is coming. Something is about to happen. Have you ever had somebody ask you, what do you do? Where do you live? I mean, they're like fascinated with you because your energy's so high, they want to be around that. So if I'm projecting energy of gratitude, if I'm being thankful for my team, then I'm putting that out into the world before I ever get anywhere. Well, here come all the people that want to be a part of that. But if I'm walking out in a state of negativity, of ungratefulness, a state of my team doesn't work, nobody wants to be a distributor, nobody wants to be a customer. That's like your advertisement is going out there. Well, guess what you're going to get back? That's not what I want. So let's really pay attention as we go throughout the day. what state we're in. Are we in a state of gratitude, thankfulness? So let's say something happens. You did that, it's 2 o'clock. Somebody, a customer contacts you and just says something terrifying. They're just been out of shape, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? It's a customer. You never know. Could be a distributor. You never know. Could be your mom. How many times can our moms do that to us? Our child. I mean, Rhonda and I have adult children. That's hard. You think babies are hard? Adult children are hard. So it could be that. So what do? You get present. This is what I do. I focus in. I focus in because I don't want to lose my gasket. I don't want to lose my energy. I don't want to go into that negative state. And I know if I stay aware, like just listen to what's going on and ask yourself, because you'll start down this path, ask yourself, is that true about me? Is that true about me? Is that really true about the situation? And what you'll find, I think Sarah needs to be muted.
388.
I muted me. Yeah. Okay, she's muted. So what we want to make sure is that we stay focused, we stay present. So bring yourself back in. Bring yourself back in and get quiet and just listen to what you're saying about the situation, and you'll find that you can stay in control. So your child gets sick, and now you can't do the 2-hour power hours. Now that could blow you into a whole week of out of controlness if you allow it. So how do you stay present in that? What's happening? My child is sick. I need to take care of this. This is what's present right now. This is what's present. So I need to stay here with my child. Everything else can be, it can stay where it's at. It's not what's right here. It's okay if I can't get there right now. It'll be fine. I'll do that some other time. But we don't want to get into the frenzy state where you're not present for your child, and then you become ungrateful for them. And then they can feel that. And that's not anything you want your child to feel.
Woo. That is some serious advice right there that literally I think every one of us can take to the bank. Thank you so much. There's 2 questions. I think the vast majority, y'all, I'm not blowing you guys off. Every question is valid, but I think that
yes,
Pam has
a lot of them are similar.
Yes, so similar. And if you apply these things that we've just learned from Pam, this is gonna solve those issues. Okay, so Pam, how do you create momentum in your team?
Oh, that comes strictly from you. I mean, oh yeah, I'd like to sit back and say, everybody go get busy. I got some big goals. Everybody go do your thing. That's not going to happen. Again, let's go back to your energy. You are the energy center of your business. Oh, but Pam, my team's not working. Stop. Guess what? Your team's not working. So be present with that. Okay, so my team is not working. Do you want to stay there and non-work with them? Do you want to stay there and try to push and pull them? I don't want to live in that. I never call and say, Rhonda, are you motivated today? Sarah, are you motivated today? I don't call anybody in leadership and ask them if they're motivated. I look at myself. I look within me and say, Pam, are you up? Are you ready? Let's make this day strong. Let's take it to another level. Let's talk to more people today. My competition is me. I'm the only one that can take me in and out of the game. So I am my own competition. I am not, if I sit back and try to motivate my team, I might as well forget it. Hang up the game. It's not my job. I don't want the job. There is no one that can do that for you. That is called inaction. You're not in action. You are not, if you want to create the most mojo that you've ever had in your team, then you get up in the morning, you become extremely over grateful for your life and for your business. You speak life and gratitude over the team that you want. They may not be the team that you have, but they are the team that you dream about. If you've ever listened to anything about, the game of life and how to play it, it plays out like this. You are the actor, you're the director, you're the screenwriter. But right now, a lot of you are playing the extra. You're just playing as the extra. You're waiting for the actor to show up, the screenwriter to tell you what to do, what it's going to be like, and then the director to say, get busy. You get busy. Now you go over there and you talk to them. That's not how it works. You're all of those. And if you're tired of playing the extra in your life, then you become full-on actor. Now, this doesn't mean that you're watching you act. This is, if you can get this, your whole life will change. You are the actor. You're playing the part. You're not watching you play it. You're full in. So I am Ambassador Diamond. Play the part. Right now, you're playing the part of I don't have a team. How's that play working out for you? How is that creating for you right now? Depression, anxiety, lack, poverty, debt. So you're in that play right now, and you're playing a good part. It's actually, you could win an Oscar for it, but that's not what you want. So in order to change the play, the actor has to change, but you have to be that part. It's like you hear Julia Roberts just loses herself in the part. You all watched Pretty Woman over and over again. She is Pretty Woman. She is that part. She's her full on. So we want to be that woman. We want to live that part. We want to accept the ambassador trophy on stage. What does that feel like? What would an ambassador do every day? Would they be waiting for a phone call to say, are you motivated? No, they would walk and being an ambassador, and they would be talking to people differently. They would be talking with confidence. I don't care if you're brand new. You know more than the person that comes in tomorrow. You have to walk in the state of confidence, of knowing, get in there full on and play and know that you're going to win. And so don't be the extra anymore. Just don't even play that part. That is not a worthy part for anybody. Nobody wants to be the extra in a film. They want to be the main actor. So be the main actor, but what is your film? What is the outcome of that film? Build that around being that actor, and your whole life can change with that.
Wow, so good. So good. I've been writing down all these little nuggets, so I'm going to recap before we close out. But Pam, you are truly an inspiration for so many of us. You've had so many years in the industry, so many years that you've focused on self-development and teaching people what it is that you know. This question is so legit, and I'm sure we all really want to know what your perspective is on this, but how do you keep your energy so high?
Wow, because I just love what I do. You just fall in love with yourself and say, wow, I love you. I love what you have to offer. I love to hear you talk. I love that God has given me this gift, this voice, and you all have it. And, in the beginning, I was so shy in my life and so afraid of everything. And I didn't like that. I just knew I was made for more, our word for this year for the company. But I had to step into that, and I had to take ownership of that, and I had to work on that. So for me, it's just knowing what you want. I had friends here from Virginia that I've known for 40 years. One girl was in my wedding. She lived across the street from Dave since the time he was 12. That's a lot of years. And so one of them said, well, she said, I realized how badly you wanted this to work. And here they are in our beautiful home, just like, gosh, this place is insane. Congratulations. And, Dave and I are just so giving, and we just want everybody to have a great time. And she said, but I loved when you realized, Pam, that not everybody wanted what you wanted, and you kind of backed away from them. And what she was talking about was herself, because she became a distributor, but she never really did it. And I knew she had the ability. So the drive was there for me to help her. I said, no, that's actually not true. I said, everyone wants what I have. They're just not willing to do the work. And so she went, yeah, you're right. So they do want what you have. They're just not willing to do the work. And so for me, when I let go of all thought about a yes and a no, just all thought about a yes and a no, my whole world changed. And what I mean by that, when I got up and got into the role and the confidence of where I was going and who I wanted to become. And if you said yes, I'm like, let's go. If you said no, I'm like, let's go. Because no, what meant that you gave me permission to go talk to somebody else. That's all it means is, no, you're not ready right now. No, this doesn't appeal. So instead of it taking me out of my confidence, I understood that it gave me permission to move beyond them. It gave me, so I always said, look, when you become interested, let me know. We'll have another chat. And usually they always did. So I never burned any bridges. I never got upset that they said no. I never tried to coerce them or belittle them. I'm as thankful for the no as I am for the yes, because if I stay in the no with them and try to coerce and build and push and pull, I'm wasting time. When they got out of my way, so the next person I could talk to, the next person I could talk to. So I woke up about 5 years into It Works, realizing what my true job was. And that is simply asking as many people as possible, and no matter what format, if they wanted to hear about It Works. Oh my gosh, everything changed. Have you heard of It Works? Have you tried our neck cream? Oh my gosh, let me show you some before and after pictures. And when you take the pressure off and that's what you show up with every day, your whole world changes. So I can get excited every day about a product I've had for 18 years because the next person I talk to hasn't heard of it, or they have, but they still don't know what it is, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. So my job is to go out and talk to as many people as possible. That's your job. That's your sole job. And here you watch 10 million video views on something, and all you needed to do was get in the game and ask the question. Ask it again. Ask it a different way. Start tracking. That worked, that didn't. Now this becomes fun then. Then you become, guess what? More confident. You become a super networker. You become a professional. And so that's what I decided to become. Confident. Confidence comes by, again, a decision. It doesn't, you just don't wake up one day confident. Believe me, every moment, I hope you're stretched all year long. Somebody just asked me to do something recently, and I'm like, I don't know, but I should do it. I'll gain the confidence as I go through it. And then you feel so much better about yourself. And I'm going to leave you all with this. I don't know what happened for any one of you last year. You might just be new this year. But how did it feel just sitting on the couch doing nothing? How did it feel waking up every day knowing that you just weren't going to participate? How did it feel going to bed at night with all those excuses you had during the day when really all you had to do was pick up the phone and ask somebody? Your whole day would have changed. Your whole day, your whole perspective would have changed. I don't like sitting in the comfort of a couch feeling that uncomfortable, because that's how it feels. Watching Netflix, watching a movie. Now, I'm not saying don't watch TV. I'm not saying any of that. It just depends on what you want. I mean, I don't look at my friends of 40 years and feel like I've missed out on anything. If anything, I've had the most incredible life ever. I'm sad at times for them because they can't retire. They are working things in jobs they don't like, but that's their choice. That's their decision. So again, I'm not focusing there. I'm going after those yeses. And it's so decide, is it more comfortable being uncomfortable? And I can guarantee you it really is. So when you find yourself slouching into that couch or that favorite chair, scrolling through Facebook, not making a dime from what you're doing, get up and make a move. Do something different. Because, if you're making, let's say, I'm going to bring the calculator out here. Let's say that you want a $5,000 a month check. Okay? So 5,000. And let's say that on average, you put in 10 hours a week in your business. So in a month, that's 40 hours. So I'm going to divide that by 40. Then every hour that you sit there scrolling, avoiding, is 125 an hour. So if you double that, that's 250. Let's say you want to make 10,000, then bill yourself $250 for scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, doing nothing, wondering what Rhonda's doing, wondering what Sarah's doing, what anyone else is doing. Who cares what they're flipping doing? It's costing you $125 an hour to do that. And then you get to $20,000 a month. It becomes $500 an hour. I mean, this can get ridiculous. So put in the time, make sure you're focused on what is actually putting money in your bank account. If everyone would just make a decision that they're just going to go get 60 loyal customers, okay? What if everyone on your team just put it out there, whether I do it on Instagram, Facebook, or pop-ups, I'm going to go out and get 60 loyal customers. Well, we know we get a car bonus. I'm just talking about one aspect of the plan. So 60 customers, to get the car bonus, that means the average volume is $3,000, okay? So that distributor is going to earn $600 plus $450, because it's 15% of 3,000 is $450. So that's $1,050. So all you newbies, go get 60 customers and have $1,000 coming in. 50 cents, $1,050. I'll take it all day long. What if everyone on your team's volume increased to $3,000? And you guys are thinking about a $400 box. I'm thinking about a $3,000 distributor in revenue every single month. So what happens when you go after 60 loyals? You're going to have some distributors. You're going to start building a team. So if you've got 3,000 in volume on your second level, that's an extra $300 a month. So if you've got 3 people doing that, then your check is increased to about $2,000 a month. So that's you and 3 distributors. You're at diamond level without a promotion. Think about it. You're diamond level pay without a promotion. Now, don't stop and make everybody or tell everybody they got to go do this, but I would make sure that people are aware of this because we can gather customers like nobody's business. I mean, people are getting 60, 70, 80, 100 customers a month and having fun doing it. And so I think sometimes freeing them up on the distributor side gives them more confidence. Oh, I love selling neck cream. Oh, I love selling cleanse. Oh, I've lost weight, but they start talking to enough numbers, and we know numbers are the key. We know that one of those customers is going to say, I got to sell this. So, maybe it's something to think about. And don't think about them as a $400 box. Think about them as a $3,000 distributor in volume. And you'll increase your volume. Rhonda's got thousands, tens of thousands of distributors. If you had 1,000 distributors do 3,000, what's that, 300,000? That can happen in a month. It's huge. Yeah.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's really huge. Such wisdom. Such wisdom. I've been watching the chat. I'm not very good at following it all the time, but I've been watching it, and I can see that you've really hit home for so many who are watching this, and I know we'll have a replay as well. Pam, we so appreciate you. I know so many of us are going to be seeing you in less than a month at conference, and this will be number 9 for me, number 9 conference. Wow. And they just keep getting better, and all the new faces that come and all the new people that we get to see on stage. And it's just a remarkable experience. So thank you so much for spending your time with us. Everybody else, we got a couple of bullet points from Pam tonight. We got decide, go to war, wake up with gratitude, get present in those moments that challenge you, be the director, the actor, the screenwriter, not the extra in your life. Love yourself and love your life. Just literally own it and be thankful for the no's and just keep asking. How incredibly simple is this? All of our incredible questions that were asked have been answered through this 50-minute Zoom. It's probably the best one I've been on in a long time. So thank you, Pam.
Wow, you're so welcome. Go out there and let your face turn red. Who cares? Let your palms get sweaty. Let your armpits sweat up. Embarrass the heck out of yourself. At least you're doing something. That's how I look at it.
Absolutely.
Try something different. Be bold. Go after it. Have fun. And get to conference. Oh my gosh, get to conference. That will really, getting into that energy is life-changing. And we can't say it enough. That's where you really start to own it, right then and there.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Love you guys so much.
Appreciate you.
Bye.